What is going on, guys? Panther here, your coach of the Carolina Clefables, and we are back with our APA Season 3 draft analysis. So, if you guys have been paying close attention on Twitter, you have seen the announcement. The APA is back, bigger and better than ever. As you can see, right up above me, we have a phenomenal lineup of coaches here this season for Season 3. So, I'm sure you guys have already caught the draft stream that was on A-Drive's channel just yesterday, and of course now today is our draft analysis videos. So these will be uploaded today. Next week, our Week 1 battles will be uploaded. At this point, I should have already played my Week 1 match, so hopefully everything has went well for us in that one. But as you can see, for this draft, we were the 16th pick. So there was a lot of cool things that we definitely wanted to try with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon releasing. A lot of new mons, that got new moves. But with us picking 16th, I didn't really have a solid plan going into this, just because you never know what's really going to drop to you. So especially when I pick this low, I never really plan exactly what I'm going to take. I just kind of see what falls. I have an idea of what I would like to get, but I don't get my hopes up or anything like that because it's a long time to wait. So, going into this, I really wanted to draft Mega Charizard X. I've seen a couple of my friends use it very well throughout some draft leagues. But it ended up being there when the 16th pick came around. But there was another mon that was also there that I ended up wanting a little bit more. A mon that is very solid overall, and I thought that I could build my team around in any type of way. So with our first pick, and of course we had the wheel, we went ahead and picked up Mew. So Mew is a phenomenal Pokemon, obviously, 100 base stats across the board, and it has access to every TM in the game. So it has a very diverse move pool. It can set up a number of different ways. Agility, Rock Polish, it may not even get Agility, I think it's Rock Polish, Swords Dance, Nasty Plot, Calm Mind. I've used this in a showdown league before, and it's just such a threatening mon. It can be bulky, it can pivot, it can set your rocks, it can be your removal. It really is just a jack of all trades. It's a fast taunt user, has it's solid 100% psychic typing. So it can just take a variety of different types of moves. It's just really a great mon overall. And I was really excited to see this mon drop all the way to me at the 16th pick. So definitely wasn't expecting it or anything like that. Really wanted Megazord X, but I just couldn't resist Mew. So I've kind of already told you guys what I'm not getting with my next pick with the Megazord X. But I wanted to go ahead and shore up my fairy because I didn't know what was going to be around 32 picks later, basically. And of course, it was just so tempting for me to take since I've never actually used it in a Wi-Fi league. I've used it across a number of showdown leagues. You already probably have an idea just from the excitement on my face here. But we were able to take one of the best fairies in the game, Clefable, with our second pick and taking up 180 of our free points. So everybody knows what Clefable does with Magic Guard, with Unaware. It can be a hazard setter with your Stealth Rocks. It can be your Cleric, passing Wishes, coming in with Aromatherapy or Heal Bell, just depending upon what you run. If you're running Magic Guard or running the Unaware ability, it can be offensive with Magic Guard and Life Orb. It can set up with Cosmic Power, Calm Mind, Stored Power. It does a number of different things so well. So I really just couldn't resist taking it. I mean, it's one of my favorite Pokemon to use in the game. It has an amazing shiny version, along with Mew. Both of them are probably going to be shiny for me this season. And Clefable I kind of feel a special connection with, just because I remember when my daughter was little, watching Frozen so much with her, and I was in the process of trying to breed actually a shiny Clefable to use competitively, and it's just a memory that I have from when she was a baby. So I've always named my my Clefable Elsa, just kind of after that, and it's just it's just kind of a fond memory that I have. So I built my draft league team around it, with the Carolina Clefables, and I really just couldn't resist taking it here for what I expect to be just the funnest season of APA that we've had. So was really excited to be able to take Clefable here with the my second overall pick and the 17th overall pick in the draft. And I feel like we have a really good core just to kind of go off with, because Mew and Clefable are just so versatile. They can really do a number of different things so well. I don't know how well they actually synergize together or anything like that, but one of the only two things that can beat down Mew or three things that can really hit Mew super effectively: Bug, Ghost, Dark. And Clefable is just a great check for those dark types. So really glad to be able to pick up Clef with our second pick. So we had to wait quite some time for our next pick. Again, I didn't want to plan too far ahead. I knew in my head Zardex wasn't going to drop, and I was really okay with that. Zardex ended up getting picked in the second round, and so I kind of had a number of different ways to go with my mega pick here. But I didn't want to take my mega pick quite yet because I had a couple of ideas that I could do. So I wanted to go ahead and shore up my steel type. And for whatever reason, Skarmory was still on the board at this point, and I was so tempted to take it, but I just couldn't justify the points, and then me having to pick up basically the lowest tier mega and then 2 tier 5 picks. So what I ended up doing here was taking what I felt like was the next available steel type in the draft, a Pokemon that's very reliable. I really feel like it can come to basically every game, and yeah, it's just really a really good solid Pokemon overall, and that is Ferrothorn. So I feel like that really synergized pretty good with my team. That's and actually, if you watched our season last season, ended up I only ended up with one Rock Setter on the team with Crocodile, and it really kind of hampered my plans because I was forced to kind of bring a defensive Crocodile each week that, or not even really defensive, but just as a speedy Crook to set up my Stealth Rocks. And I really didn't want to run into that situation again. So now with my first 3 picks, I actually have 3 Pokemon that can set up Stealth Rocks, and then of course Ferrothorn actually gets the spikes as well. But again, this Pokemon is just a solid Pokemon overall. Even with like a Spadef set, a lot of Pokemon can't knock it out in one hit with the HP 5. Now obviously I'm going to have to get a good fire resist at some point in the draft, because it's going to be able to need to come in and sponge some hits that Ferrothorn just isn't going to want to take. But again, Clef synergizes well with this guy, because only other thing that's going to hit it super effectively is fighting types, and Clefable can come in on that, and Mew can come in on that. So I just really feel like the Ferrothorn's going to be all that much harder to bring down. I can run like an Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet set just to chip at different mons, and it's just a really solid mon overall, because it hits pretty hard with Gyro Ball, Power Whip, gets Knockoff, gets Thunder Wave. So again, just a really solid mon. And I wanted to bring mons. I wanted to get. I know Ferrothorn isn't exactly versatile or anything like that, but its job that it does very well. And I really just felt like it was a good solid pick for me to be taking all the way at the end of round 3. So, and I've never used Ferrothorn in League format before, so I wanted to take a crack with it too. So, there's that as well. So with our next pick, again, you'll kind of see the same theme here. It's another Hazard Setter. This Pokemon is one of the top tier 3 Pokemons. I wanted to go ahead and claim it because this is some Pokemon I have some familiarity with. It can be offensive, it can be defensive. But again, it's another type of mon that can just, you can bring to every game. That's one thing I really like about what I try to draft, is I try to draft mons that could be viable each and every week. And I feel like we were really able to get that here with Nidoqueen. So again, Nidoqueen gets coverage for days, it gets phasing moves like Roar. It gets Priority and Sucker Punch. It gets, honestly, 2 pretty solid abilities. Obviously, Sheer Force is a big one, but I also like Poison Point as well, because if you're trying to catch something that's going to just pivot, you get that 30% chance to get the poison on it. So it can come in on like a U-turn or something like that, and then, could potentially pick up a poison. So I really felt like I was getting some value here with Nidoqueen. Just going ahead and claiming one of the top tier 3 Pokemon. and you know, just rolling with it. And I really like the direction that my team is going in at this point, because I feel like we're starting to really cover our weaknesses a little bit better. So an offensive Nidoqueen, or even like a defensive Nidoqueen, can really threaten those steel types that threaten Clefable, or those fire types that threaten Ferrothorn. So, you know, Nidoqueen's definitely bulky enough to take a hit and then retaliate back with a big move, like an Earth Power, like an Earthquake or something like that. So I felt like we were getting really a lot of value here for Nidoqueen. So again, that was my wheel. Had to wait an incredibly long time to pick again. But looking at the draft here at this point, I'm really comfortable with my team, because I have decent recovery, got underwork left, so I'm not getting set up on by anything, even though my team's a little bulky. A little bulky. My team's very bulky, and that's really one of the main things I just want to make sure I'm not getting set up on. But I've got underwork left, so good on that. But I wanted to get some offense. I wanted to get some pop. And again, you'll see another mon that can set stealth rocks. You know, I don't necessarily want to bring rocks from this mon. I want to bring more of an offensive set with this guy. But I've always wanted to use this Mega. I've seen a couple of other coaches use it really well, and I had the opportunity to grab it. Wanted to grab some speed also, so we took the opportunity to draft Mega Aerodactyl. So it fit a couple of other people's drafts at this point. Again, I'm at the very tail end of round 5, so I really didn't feel like it was too early. It's a mid-round pick. Could it have waited potentially, but there were a couple of other coaches that I thought may have their eye on it. And I wanted to go ahead and claim it, because I knew I was going to have to take a Tier 2 Mega with the plan that I had. And just wanted to really go ahead and lock up Mega Aero. So we drafted Mega Aerodactyl with that pick, and you know, because I just really wanted somebody that could hit hard on the physical side. And I know Mega Aerodactyl only has, I think, base 135 attack, but it's just got blister and speed. And it can really just come in, revenge a lot of stuff. It forces people to run just a fast Scarfer just to have an emergency plan to home claws Aerodactyl. It can just do so many different things. Again, it can taunt, it can defog if I really want it to. It's got a lot of different types of coverage, Aqua Tail. It's got the Fang moves. So it's just a really solid Pokemon overall, and really dangerous after a home claws boost. So I wanted to go ahead and get it claimed here, and was really excited to be able just to pick it up and to finish building around it. Alright, so with our next pick, we ended up taking our dragon. So we wanted to go ahead and complete our core. I felt comfortable taking Kyurem here, because there wasn't a lot of dragons up on the board at this point that I could afford anyways. I think the Latios may have been still there. Maybe. I can't remember if Crimson had got it yet at that point. But I wanted to go ahead and pick up Kyurem, and definitely don't regret it. Kyurem hits extremely hard on the special side. I have a lot of special attackers, but it really felt like it was the best dragon available. Again, I've seen my friend Jock use this Pokemon incredibly well with a Stally set with like a sub-toxic pressure type thing, so I'm excited to bring that set at some point this season. But you know, it's just a mon that I wanted to try. It's one of the dragons that I hadn't used. Actually, I have used it, but it's been quite a long time ago, and I feel like I'm a much more experienced battler now that could potentially bring some cooler sets on it. But this Pokemon can hit extremely hard. Has a really cool stab with Ice and Dragon. So even the fairies that switch in have to be on the lookout for like a stab, Ice Beam, potentially like Specs or Life Orb. I did end up making this mon one of my Z users, along with Mew. So it does get coverage to hit things as well, so that's really cool. But I was excited to get this guy here, and again, felt like it really synergized, because I can take care of the fairies, I can take care of the fighting types. So I feel pretty decent about being able to get Kyurem here at this point in the draft. So that was my wheel for this round, and we are in a position to where we have to wait again for it to come back around to us. So at this point we're at our 7th pick, and with the 7th pick in the draft, we decided to go ahead and take another spinner and a phenomenal water type with our free pick in Blastoise. So Blastoise can do its job very well, and that is just really sponging hits and spinning. So I have a team with Mega Arrow and Cure. My offensive threats are more on the frail side, and they take that 25% to rocks. So I want to have a Mon that's very reliable. I wanted to take some pressure off Mew for the default, and then I wanted a really good fire resist for Ferrothorn, and I was able to get that here with Blastoise, and also it can resist those ice type moves that Nidoqueen is weak to, that Mega Aerodactyl is weak to. So it felt really good being able to pick up Blastoise here because I have a lot of experience using the Mega form of this. And while I know it doesn't hit as hard, anywhere near as hard as the Mega version, and not being forced to run that Mega Stone does allow me to run a bulk here with Mago, with leftovers, with the different types of berries. And Blastoise is just a cool mon. It's one of the original OG starters, and it looks beautiful. Really happy to have it here on the Clefables for season 3. So with our 8th pick, we were able to pick up Incineroar. Needed a fire type here at this point. I have used Incineroar, I think, one time in a league battle. I think I did end up dropping it, but I thought it would be pretty cool to pick up here. Needed a dark type as well, so we'll see how it goes. I do have some other options in the tier that I have thought about, so if it doesn't end up working out, I do have some other options that I'm definitely more comfortable with. But I thought Incineroar would be cool. It could pivot. I've seen my friend Hugo use it incredibly well. I'm not going to spoil any sets or anything because I just think it would be really cool to pull off this one particular one. But I've seen Hugo run a pretty cool move on this guy before to stop a certain Pokemon. So if we end up running into that Pokemon, I've definitely got to run it just for Hugo's sake. But really excited to be able to have the opportunity to draft Incineroar, another starter, so 2 starters there that round. And Litten's definitely the best starter out of the 3 anyways. So let's go ahead and make that clear. Incineroar leaves a lot to be desired with its speed, but it is what it is here at this point. I hate that Intimidate's not available yet though on it, or else I would definitely be running it. But like I said, it's a mon that can hit pretty hard with its dual stab. It's a fire type. It helps me break down those steals again for Clefable, for Aerodactyl, for Kyurem. So it'll do its job. And then I really like mons that can pivot as well. So U-turn's definitely a plus, especially since my team doesn't exactly have a ton of pivots outside of Mew. Alright, so that was our wheel pick again, and now we're heading into our last wheel pick. So the thing I noticed with my team is we definitely have to patch up some of our typing holes. We just completed our Firewater Grass core there with that last one, so I'm really happy about that. But there are still some more typings I would like to get, and we were able to go ahead and take Galvantula with our next pick. I wanted to get an electric type. I wasn't necessarily looking at a webs user since my team really isn't that fast, but it's not really that powerful. So I feel like webs would fit good on a team like I had last season with Kyurem Black with Mega Guard, but Galvantula ended up getting sniped from me. But I've never used Galvantula in League. It gets pretty cool dual stab, and it's another mon that can pivot. And you always have to watch out just for the sticky web as well, because like a Nidoqueen or like a Specs Kyurem, that's going to be scary behind a sticky web. So if you don't respect the web, it could end up hurting you in the long run. Obviously, this adds a little bit more speed to my team, which I liked as well. And then that Compound Ice Thunder is going to be pretty cool to have. I'm not going to lie here. And I had a little bit of a plan too for our very last pick in the draft that you'll see here later. Not this pick, but the next one. So with the 10th pick here, this is a mon that I was really excited to be able to get. Wanted to go ahead and claim it with my wheel because I thought it could definitely go, but I wanted to get just an offensive powerhouse. And there's a lot of mons that are probably racing through your mind right now, but what's about to pop up on your screen is going to be truly great. I present to you guys Jock, the Lanoon. So everybody knows what Lanoon does. If you see the Lanoon, you know why it's there. It is there to sweep you. Belly Drum, Extreme Speed, Gluttony with the 50% berry of your choice is just nothing to play with. So I was really excited to be able to pick this guy up because it definitely got better with the 50% berries and gluttony here in this generation. And I've seen people use it really, really well. I've seen Under the Radar use this guy to sweep plenty of people in the P4G, and I couldn't resist. It's the mascot for one of my best friends in the format. Kelly uses it really, really well, and I'm good buddies with him. So I just really wanted to take the opportunity to draft Lanoon and see what I could do with it this season. You know, it's not necessarily I didn't get it for the web purposes because it has that E speed. But it's just a really cool mod, and if my bolt can outlast you to kind of wear down your checks to this guy, and I'm able to get the opportunity to get this guy in and belly drum up, or even like Clefable Healing Wish into this guy, like it's just going to be so nasty, and I really hope I'm able to use it well this season. Really hope to be able to do it justice for Jock and Kelly here. So with the last pick, overall in the entire draft, if you're looking at my team, I'm missing a fighting type, and I really felt like the best fighting type I could pick up with sticky webs was a Defiant user. 2 mons in the tier, Passimian, Primeape. Primeape is what I picked for a couple of reasons. First of all, I know Passimian hits harder. Primeape is a little faster without the without webs, so it's 95 compared to Passimian's 80. They both get Defiant, so you want to defog, you got to watch out for that +2 boost. The thing is, though, is that if you give either one of these guys a boost, it's going to be nasty for you to switch into. This guy also gets the elemental punches, so ended up going with DACC advice here and picking up Primeape. Just gets a lot of cool coverage moves. I know Passimian does as well. Passimian hits harder. I think it's 120 base attack to like this guy's 105. But Primeape just looks cooler. 27 years old. I was a kid with the original anime came out, and Ash caught the Primeape for the little fighting type tournament, and I just really couldn't resist. So, guys, really, really excited here. I hope you guys like the team. Definitely be sure to leave me some feedback down in the comment section below. Leave me some nickname ideas. I have a couple of nicknames picked out at this point, but definitely leave me some nickname ideas. Be sure to hit the sub button if you're not a sub already. Join us on our quest to 100 subs. Really trying to get there so we can get that custom URL. You know, again, just really excited. Really, really happy for what the APA has done in the 2 years it has been in existence. And I'm just really, really pumped for this season. Be sure to check out the rest of the coaches in the description down below. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Cannot wait until our first battle. Be sure to join us. We're playing Jeremiah and the Vegas Golden Bisharps in week 1. Pretty excited to bring that to you guys. We will see you guys next Sunday at our upload time. I think it's going to be at noon. Don't hold me quite to that. Probably around 3 at the latest. Just sometime midday. Be looking for it. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see ya.